Yeah, Kudlow. Yeah, he's talking about everything's going to happen in Trump's euphoria. It'll be, all will be wonderful. Everything's free. First thing he talks about is he's telling business owners that if they locate here in this country, they can expense the entire cost of building a factory here.
An investor or CEO considering building a U.S. factory would, under Trump tax policies, get the ability to immediately write off 100% of the cost of the factory. Not only that, it would be retroactive to January 2025. Or perhaps the foreign car company, already domiciled in the U.S., might wish to upgrade its factory with the purchase of new machinery and equipment. Well, they too may get 100% bonus depreciation to write off the investment in year one, also retroactive. Pretty spiffy, don't you think? Advantage U.S.
Okay, I don't know if you know about expenses and so on. Businesses like to expense things. That means they can take everything off. Like if they have an investment of $1 million, they can take the $1 million off their taxes. What usually happens is for large expenses, the company will have to depreciate. That means they take a piece of it off every year. That lessens the impact on their tax bill. In other words, they pay some taxes. Okay, well, he says you can do that. You can expense all the costs, and if you upgrade your factory, you can expense all that stuff too. I'm not sure how that's going to be a lot more beneficial to a company, but most businesses do want to expense everything they can. Are we going to get any taxes at all? I mean, these companies, they have an impact. When they build a facility, they have an impact on the area. Sometimes it's traffic, there's all kinds of things like that they have an impact on. They just pay nothing? And then, let's see.
Made in America companies that move from offshore to onshore, well, they'll get a 15% corporate tax rate, among the very lowest in the world.
Yeah, 15% tax. That's what they want to do. So 15% tax, you can expense everything, which means you pay no taxes at all. Maybe for years. Probably for years. Sounds like a paradise, doesn't it? For the business owner. I'm not sure it's so much of a paradise for everybody else. For maybe the workers, there's really nothing in there for the workers except, well, you get a job. You know something? We got a lot of jobs. 4% unemployment, I don't think that's a big deal. If Trump screws up the economy, then maybe there won't be any jobs. That could happen too. So we want to bring all this manufacturing back. All the things we used to do. Wasn't those great days when we made Barbie dolls in this country and people had to shove the head on the Barbie doll. And if it didn't go on just right, it went flying across the room. You want to do that, don't you? You want to make Barbie dolls, put screws in cell phones, thousands of them a day. Yeah, I think everybody wants to do that. Yeah. So you can expense all the costs to build the factory. And interesting part of this, if somebody comes in here and builds a factory and really never intends to do much of anything with it, he can expense the entire thing and never hire anybody and never pay any taxes and then just sell it. Interesting. Yeah. Paradise for owners. 15% tax, no tax. Regulations eliminated. You want to build something that dumps every sort of pollution you want, you're going to get it. There won't be any regulations. They'll just say, it's okay. Do what you want. Yeah, you're doing it down there in the poor people's place anyway. Those guys don't mean nothing anyway. So and we'll build you a coal-fired plant right next to it, or not so close that it bothers you, but maybe a few miles away where the poor people live, and they can live with the fly ash and so on, and the high concentrations of pollutants. Yeah, great idea. Lowest tax in the world, no tax for the most part. Hey, come and do it. There won't be anybody to work there unless we go into a recession anyway. And then, of course, if we go into a recession, there won't be any jobs. So I think the impact will be to make some fat people much fatter and have little to no impact on a positive impact on the workforce. Lots of negative, lots of pollution, lots of damage. That's it on this one.